So let's see. So we got dominating, good, struggles, and needs work. Alright, so personally, for Arya Stark, I think in the beta she was like busted, like S tier, but I feel like she's like on the struggling side right now just because she was a simple character. Well, it still is a simple character, but she dies because of that. Like people know how to deal with her, people know her game plan, and they just kind of work their way around that and kind of kill her off that. So I think she struggles. I'm not gonna lie. What do you
I
think?
would agree, but I feel like with Arya, the skill definitely matters a lot. Like I feel like she's a good character if you know how to if you're at a certain skill level with her, but she's definitely no longer like an easy character. But I
Yeah.
think if she
Okay.
was one buff, one or two little buffs, she could jump right up to dominating. Just because the nature of her archetype and her combos,
Mhm.
they can just take you off the top. Plus, I feel like people haven't experimented enough with
That's true.
the platform perk, yeah, that replaces your air dodge.
Yeah, yeah, that
So I feel like
that's
she
true as well.
struggles or is good. It's a hard one. I feel like she struggles to like if you just pick her up, you're gonna struggle with her. But then if you're like
I
a moderate level player, you could be good with her.
I feel like she would either be high, like top struggles, or low end good. So depending on like how it goes, we
Like
can move her around and shit. But I do think, like you said, like she's one buff away from being like dominating. But I just feel like, as far as like the rest of the cast, like I feel like she struggles against them just because of their existence type shit.
nah, yeah, I feel like top of struggles is definitely good for her.
And then Banana King, bro. This character is such a troll character. Like, look at it.
Dominate,
He just
bro.
looks
I gotta
goofy as hell.
dominate.
Dominating guy. I think so too because of that freaking spear, bruh. That spear,
Because
the knockback, and his up special is crazy.
and his side special or his side air. His side air is obnoxious and it's already so powerful. But when he puts on that buff, it's killing you off super
Yeah,
early. Like this character is clearly made to be a joke strong character. Like
yeah,
they designed to be goofy but very powerful. Simple. Like if you look at all the other characters, there's a lot more depth within every other character.
right.
Banana Knight is just, or like Banana Guard, he's just straight range and power. You feel me? Very easy to play.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's dominating. And then J Mafia is going crazy with him,
yeah. I definitely
winning
think.
tournaments.
I definitely think he's like easy and he just dominates because like all you he's a really grounded character too. Like you can't really get in his way, and if you do, you're gonna get knocked back. Especially in duos, like if you get knocked back and then like his teammate or whoever else just comes in and finishes the job, like it's really hard because you can't ignore him. Like yeah, he's a goofy
You can't.
character, but you just can't ignore. You have to respect him because he's just really good. He's a good like he's dominating for sure.
Nah, for sure. It's actually a problem.
And then now we got Batman. Whew, Batman. I think I want to put Batman like in dominating, but at the same time, I feel like he does everything really, really good. But it's just I don't know, just something's missing. Like I don't know if like they nerfed him or they changed him to the point where like he's not as good, or they changed everyone else to the point where they're just better. But I just feel like something's missing. Like he's not hitting as hard this time around. But I do think like he's really good because he has all the gadgets, he has the utility. He's really good at singles and doubles. He's good because he got the smoke bomb. He has the batarang that you have to respect. The weekend stacks are really good. I think like he can either go support or full slayer. I think he's hard to kill, and I think he kills pretty early on with his cape. What do you think?
Nah, 100%. With Batman, I think that what's funny, I feel like he, out of maybe most, other than Bugs Bunny, might have retained most of what he kept
Right.
from the beta.
Mhm.
I think that he retained most of his stuff in terms of his movement speed is still crazy. Like if you compare his movement speed to somebody like Finn, like he's moving around, his air movement speed is crazy. He retained that up B is so powerful, like
Yeah, it's
it can knock you
busted.
out really early. So hard to avoid. These are kind of the same things that was just really frustrating about the character.
Mhm.
His combo game definitely is nerfed, combo game isn't as powerful, but I also feel like we just haven't seen enough Batman representation
Right.
because he's just in the middle. People aren't 100% sure if they want to go with Bugs Bunny or Batman type shit. So
Right.
like
Right.
Batman, he's definitely it's hard. He could be at the top of good, like number one in good, or he could be in the middle of dominating. But I just haven't seen enough high level Batman. But
Yeah.
just playing against what I've played against, I just feel like his base fundamentals, his attributes as a character are very powerful
Yeah.
compared to some of these other people that I'm looking at on this tier list. But it is hard to put him in dominating just based off looking at his tools when honestly, like I don't feel like Batmans have been doing too much. I haven't seen too many Batman.
Yeah. I
But
haven't seen too
on
many Batmans either.
toolkit, if I'm looking at all these other characters, I mean, it's only a couple that I can really see above him. Maybe, like I said, maybe Harley,
Mhm.
maybe Shaggy. But if I'm looking at like Martian and Taz and like Wonder Woman could be above him, but for the most part, I'm definitely feel like he's in top six potential.
Yeah, he's
Maybe we put him
definitely in
at the
that
top.
sweet spot. Yeah, yeah, I think like top of good right now, or like in the far end of dominating. It's just I haven't seen too much, but he's still good. He's still nasty.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't even played it against any sweaty Batmans yet either.
yeah, me neither. I haven't played any good Batmans to be honest. But anyways, Black Adam. Um,
I got him, man.
hold
I
up,
want to put him in.
hold on. I couldn't keep a straight face because I was subbing Jared, but I'm gonna edit this part out. But Black Adam. I feel like Black Adam's really good, but I feel like one I haven't seen him too much, but I feel like his utility is very situational, if that makes sense. Like his combos have to be situational with like the lightning. He has to catch you. Like you have to catch your opponent, not only like in neutral, but you have to catch him with like your skill shots. Like that's what I call them. They're skill shots. Like you can't really just throw them out crazy and just hope for the best. You have to kind of like plot and kind of make some reads in order for Black Adam to do good and do damage. So I think
I
he's good.
agree. hmm Here's what I this might be a hot take, but I
Mhm.
would put him in dominant.
Yeah.
And I know it's like 5 6 days in, but I've been seeing a lot of Black Adam, and I've been
Really.
seeing a lot of players struggle against this character,
Okay.
mostly because I feel like his hitboxes were increased and and like his knockback power was increased. So on
Right.
his hand clap, that move is ridiculous now.
Yeah,
Like
that
that
shit
hand clap,
claps.
huge. It's huge. It really reminds me a lot of Rick's old fair.
Yeah,
And then
that fair is nuts.
his movement really gets buffed with like the way the momentum works with his air specials. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but he definitely looks like he received buffs. Like Black Adam before, to me, he wasn't really too scary of a character. It was more about matchup knowledge. But now I'm just seeing so much of him. I'm seeing him more than a lot of other. Like I'm seeing him more than Gizmo, more than not more than Steven, but I would put him at the bottom of dominating.
Right.
Me personally, I've been seeing a lot of Black Adam, and I've just been hearing people talk about him like Black
Yeah.
Adam, like
I
Jesus.
definitely I haven't seen much of them, but like whenever I do play them, I see the potential, but I'm like whoever's using this character just probably is just figuring them out, just doesn't know what they're doing or just testing them out. So I can't really judge. But considering what you're saying and stuff, like and considering like my take, like I had an idea that he could be good, but it's just very situational. I mean, maybe people will get him down packed, and then he could be very dominating. Maybe he could just be a very high ceiling,
Like one,
high skill gap
two.
kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put him here, but like on the far end, just because he's not as explored, but he definitely has the potential. Um,
Now watch. You're gonna see a lot of Black Adams. Believe that.
yeah, I would like to, because he's a cool character. Definitely a cool character. Um, And they added
See
that
this
the
combo.
rock skin. I don't know if you saw the rock skin. I was like, yo, they not serious. Fucking So bugs.
we already know.
Yeah.
If you play bugs in the beta, you're playing them now. Still, you are
Yeah,
eating good.
you're chilling. Like it's like the same game, just with the zoomed in
It's like
camera.
and honestly, his movement might have got nerfed, but his up air got buffed. That
Yeah, his up
it's
air is
not
nice.
as it was on beta release, but it's cracked still. The
Yeah, it's
hitbox
still
is still a
cracked.
little wide,
Mhm.
like, and it sends you off the top. He's got all his goofy stuff. Like, I just don't really see a difference between this character in the beta, other than that stamina bar.
That and his neutral air into up air, I don't think it links anymore. I think they kind of slowed like
Mm-hmm.
you're stuck in frames after the neutral air, so you can't really up air into it, which is good because that was a broken ass combo. Because you could use the momentum of the neutral air and kind of drag your opponent more upward, or more to the right, more to the left, or downward, or whatever, and then just freaking launch them. Like it was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I think the safe is good, especially in doubles. You throw out the safe, you throw out a hole, you dig a hole, you throw out the rocket. Like it's just over. It's just too much to go on, and he could swing the case anywhere, and it's like a shield. Like he could go behind it, charge up like an up air or forward air, and it's not a good look when you're going against a really sweaty bug. So he's definitely dominating just because of utility, and he's just like that.
Yeah, he has all the tools. He has the tools to box you, zone you out, keep you
Definitely.
out just with the length of his attacks, kill you early, all that.
He could bail his teammate out. He could support. He could slay. He could do literally anything. His recovery's good too. Really good character overall. This guy Finn. Damn, rest in peace, Finn, man. They took away the
Yeah, Finn.
gem. I'll let you take
Finn
over this.
okay, so for Finn, so just for the viewers, I used to main Finn. He was the only person I played. I was able to reach the top 100 with him. Probably had hundreds of hours with him. So I know a little bit about Finn, right? So here's what I'll say. After playing him a little bit more and also playing against some more Finns, some of his tools at a base are powerful, right? It's just it's really he really out of most of all the characters is a new character. They took away Gem, so automatically that like changes him from his core as an archetype.
Right.
But the fact that he can run with his charged attacks
That's
is
really good.
very powerful. That is very threatening. It's very good for juggles. Now
Yeah.
his combo game is a little bit all over the place. He's very inconsistent. Like I could fight somebody like Jason, and that could be mess around and be like a 7-3 matchup, as opposed to a person like Steven Universe who can just be the other way around. Just because at Finn's core, he needs to combo you, and he needs to be able to predict your landings. Now, before you could charge your attacks infinitely, and you could roll out of them. Now, when you're in that animation, you're stuck there. So he's a lot of a glass cannon, man. I got him put him next to Arya just
Yeah.
because he just reminds me it's just the same issues. Like he has problems killing, and then he's very light. Like if you're not laddering your opponent and killing them around 50 or 60 with a combo off the top, which you really cannot get on everybody all the time, you're not killing them until after 120.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
And
The issue in this game,
you mentioned like
characters like,
inconsistency. My bad. What were you saying?
nah, yeah, that's just an issue when you have characters like Banana and Shaggy who you're not surviving past 100.
Yeah. I will say like his up B is very inconsistent. Like the hitbox, like if you get stuck in the middle of it, like you're chilling, especially like if you're way up. But if you get hit by like the farther side of the book bag, like you're done. Like, and that's kind of annoying because like the animation kind of twirls you around, and I feel like maybe you could kind of DI out of it, and it is a little inconsistent and frustrating because sometimes you just get sent at an awkward angle, and then you don't get the kill, and you already struggle to kill as Finn anyway. So it's just like it's kind of annoying.
He doesn't have any, like, none of his air attacks can be charged up except for the second hit of his Sayer,
Yeah.
which is so much power lacking. And then the coin thing, like anytime, like say I just want to go for damage, like say I
Right.
just want to do my for damage and end it with backpack to get the most damage I can. I just lost all my coins. So it's like I'm sacrificing damage for kill power. So now I gotta, even though I did my damage, I technically did less damage to you because I lost all my coins now. Now I
Right.
got a coin manage. It's just too much. It's just too much when these other characters are simple and powerful.
No, for real. And Garnet. What do you think? I feel like Garnet. I haven't seen too much of Garnet, but I've heard talks of her getting good. I play like maybe one or two. I feel like her auto's really good. The rockets are good. They do good knockback, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't see her having combo potential. I just feel like she's a very vanilla character. I don't know what you think or your experience or maybe some streams you've come across, but that's just my take.
I mean, the most I've really seen is one of the devs, Gopo, old number one Finn, also basically number one ranked player in the game.
Oh
He
wow.
said that she was cracked,
Really?
right? He said she was cracked, but he's a dev though, so you can't always trust what they say, honestly. But he said she was cracked. From what I've seen, though, I would put her in struggle just based off that. I won't
Yeah.
100% put her in need, but I don't think we know yet if she needs work or not.
Yeah.
She's just not a very popular character due to her size. Like she's really big and heavy, like she's combo food. And it's
Yeah.
like, do I want to trade off with her? And who plays Garnet for me to even learn all these things I need to learn with her? She's very unexplored,
Yeah.
but
Very unexplored for sure.
like she has potential. She just needs to be explored, honestly.
Yeah, and I personally tried to pick up Garnet a few times, like in the beta, but it didn't stick. It never stuck. But I like her character design. I like her abilities, the rockets. Her auto is really good. Um,
Yeah,
I want her to be
and
good.
there were mm-hmm. Nah, yeah, me too. I want a player, and there were some good players with her. Like towards the end of the beta, there started to be some players in locals and in tournaments that started to get further and further in top eight with Garnet, which
Right.
really shows that she's a character that needs to be fleshed out. They're saying that if the dev is saying she's good, then there's something he's not telling us that needs to be discovered.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, so the next character, Gizmo. I heard a lot
I
about this
think so.
character. What'd you say?
The fucking Gizmo. He was annoying in the beta to me.
Yeah, he was annoying,
He's been
super annoying. I slapped
damn.
him on dominating quick, just because like the videos I saw, like his kill potential. Um, he has hella tools. The card does a lot of knockback, so you can ledge guard with that. I think he does a lot of damage, kills pretty early. But I do think he gets bodied like someone who combos like a Arya Stark or like a Batman. But I feel like he's like a glass cannon, but that dominates. If that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it's because his base kit, he's small, with speed and
Yep.
power. Those are always going to be things that are strong in a game when you're small and you have that power. Most small characters don't necessarily have that power that he has. And his
Yeah.
up air mixed with the car, like the car is a really good move. Mostly because like I was playing a Gizmo last night and I don't know why, like I was looking for like a setup, like startup on the car. Like it just is fast as hell. He just all of a sudden is in a car moving
Right.
and he has options. Like if he's in front of you driving, you're in a mix up.
For
You
sure.
can there's only but something he can send it up, he can send it straight, he can jump out the car, and
Right.
then he has good combos, good zoning. I mean, I think he's overrated. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't put him in dominating because motherfuckers are spamming him. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but because like he's small, I feel like he can. I don't know his weight. I don't know if
He's
he's a really
weird.
light
He's a
character.
little weird. He's like he's weird. I'm not gonna lie. His way is definitely weird. I don't think it fits like his body, but I do feel like he does get comboed. Like he's just very weird. I'm not sure. Like I
Yeah,
haven't played
nah,
him too
he
much.
does
He's
get
just very weird.
combos. Yeah, because I was my combos might not work as well on Steven and on Harley, but they
Mhm.
were working on Gizmo. They were working on him. Like his little ass was staying right in the Shaggy seat. So
But so the next character, Harley Quinn. I think she's still S tier. I think she's like up there. They did slow down her bomb, her Jack in the Box. They slowed it down. They took away her loop, which kind of sucks. But she has like another loop kind of, but you kind of have to. It's not as brain dead. Like you have to kind of make some reads. You have to be on timing. But she does kill really early still. The bomb is still really good when it lands. The Jack in the Box is really good. It rises now, which depending on how you look at it or how you play, like it could be considered a nerf or a buff. But the way I see it, like it kind of creates a wall. Like it starts at the bottom,
mm,
and then you could kind of force your opponent to kind of go in the air with you and then put them in a situation where they either have to dodge away from the Jack in the Box or go to you or to just stop pressure. So I think that's really good. Um, the
yeah, it's like a
bomb,
Nerf version of like kind of reminds me of Bugs's missile when it's like going up.
yeah,
How it kind of covers all those options.
yeah, and the bomb it is punishable when you're taking it out because it's just that slow, but I feel like Harley is fast enough to get away and then get the bomb and then go back in. So I do think It
Yeah,
is somewhat
definitely.
a
She has a
nerf.
small her box, she has power. The mallet is still OD.
The mount is
It
OD.
it, it but at least it fits now. Before I would get hit by like her butt and get sent off the map.
Yeah.
Now it fits more with the animation. I have to fight your Harley for real to really feel the power of Harley,
Mhm.
but I definitely like. I mean, I'm seeing her everywhere. I'm seeing her and Wonder Woman double Harley is like looking like it's an S tier team. She got
Yeah.
the combo game, power. She has speed. Her down air is ridiculous. Her side air is ridiculous. Not too much end lag on these moves. Zoning, everything you really need. The
Yeah.
only thing is she's a little bit light, but I mean, it looks like all her other tools are so powerful to where that's not affecting her as much as it would affect a character like Finn or something, or Arya.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. They're great disjoints too. Really good disjointed character on top
Yeah.
of that.
Iron Giant, man. I've seen so many videos of people dying zero to death, or this character
Yeah, got
surviving up to 180 or 200. And in duels, I played one yesterday with a Reindog. Oh my goodness, I wanted to just close the app and just go about my day. Like
really S tier.
he's S
On
tier, S tier, but not in like a good way, just in a cheesy way. Like I just don't. I think this character is like a troll character, but he's just busted, like a banana guard, but on crack. That's the best way I can
yeah,
put it.
you know what's funny? I like Iron Giant. I like IG. For
Okay.
one, I never really had an issue fighting him, mainly because I played Finn, so he was just like getting zero to death. And
Yeah.
even right now, like playing Shaggy, he's getting zero to death. But I just think it's so cool how they can even make a character of that size like good. Like in
Yeah.
most fighting games, a character that big is just gonna get washed. But like the fact he can actually box and use and fight like Iron Giant, I
Mhm.
think is really cool. So I think he's a really cool archetype of a character. They just need to take out that infinite loop because like it's like 5 loops in the game. Harley has a loop. I think Wonder Woman has one. We know Shaggy has one.
Right.
Iron Giant has one, right? But Iron Giants is just different. Like from any percentage, he gets his hands on you, loops you, then you die. Like
Yeah,
off
it's
of his
nuts.
side, crazy. Like if one little spin arm hits you, it's just doom doom bang bang bang. And he's so huge to where it's hard to avoid that, and it just looks broken. Like all the other loops, they don't look as broken because you take them up to 80. You feel me? And then they get
Yeah.
knocked out of it. Giant, he's going to kill you in that loop at any percent, even if you're super high. Like it's not much base knockback on the move that sets up the loop. So yeah, that has to get fixed. It's hard to really judge him until that gets fixed. But in twos, he's damn near arguably number one.
Yeah.
But the loop is banned in some
Yeah, the
tournaments.
loop is
So
banned. Yeah, that's reasonable. So,
but even without the loop, I'm still seeing him in top eight in doubles. So
yeah, he's definitely good. Um,
yeah, day five, day six, definitely dominating.
I think this would probably be our first needs work character because of just how hard he got nerfed, or maybe just struggles really, really badly.
Yeah, I think he needs work. I think he's really the first
Yeah,
needs work character. I
he's
think that's
he's
a
down bad.
here for Jake. Like he
Yeah,
needs
for sure.
because I mean he was a top character in the
He
beta
was the most picked
because
character.
yes, and it was because of one simple thing. It's similar to taking away Gem. It's like you took away his whole identity by
Pretty
making
much.
his hurt boxes.
Yeah,
Now
he has to play a
he's
whole
just a
different game.
yeah, he's just a sandbag. Like you have to zone. You have to zone so perfectly. But even with the zoning, like you can clash into disjoints. Like if I'm like I feel like Finn or Harley is they I
Yeah.
don't think Jake beat these characters at a high level
Nah, I don't
because
think so
like
either.
with the disjoints, how can you compete with that when you're only throwing your limbs, trying to zone with your limbs?
Yeah.
Like that stuff is food to get perfect parried. It's just food to get zoned out. His weight doesn't feel. Before he was super heavy. He was heavy as hell. So it was like on top
Yeah,
of
and he was
everything. He was
small too.
heavy
He
as
is small.
exactly. No, yeah, and he was the heaviest character in the whole game. Now it's just too easy to bait and punish him,
Yeah, for
and it's
sure.
just not enough. He has to work too hard. He has to work way too
He
hard.
has to work way too hard, and the reward is like little to none sometimes, just because he's that bad and needs that much work.
Use none of your tools. You were supposed to be able to land with house, mix it up. Now it's just like, please land on top of me so I can
Yeah,
just throw out a hitbox. Bow,
exactly.
get sent.
So next we got Jason. I have mixed feelings about Jason because he does
You
a
know
lot
about
of damage, but I feel like he is combo food. So I feel like he's good. I think he's really good, honestly. Um, because if you know how to work, if you know how to work your way around like the weight disadvantage and like the movement, he is really slow. But if you start going in on your opponent and figuring out the neutral game, going in and just winning these exchanges, getting your chump change, and just winning. I'm like drawing blanks right now.
Shit. For Jason, I'm not gonna lie. I want to put him in struggles. I'm not gonna lie because
Mm,
I feel like in 1v1 setting he struggles. In 2v2 he's probably like a whole tier up. I feel like in 1v1 him having that weight, like I just haven't seen too much. It's just a basic heavy. It's like Donkey
yeah,
Kong or Bowser. He's big. He's gonna survive to 200. But once people start figuring out optimal ways to, like me, it's the characters I play. Me playing Finn and Shaggy, who are so combo heavy. A character like that is just seeming like it's a bad matchup. But
yeah.
I feel like he was good against like a Reindog, against like some. I think he can actually counter some like I think he can counter Tom and Jerry. It's the teleport. Like I don't know much about Jason about his archetype,
Teleport, like once
but
you start up, it has a hurt box. Like you get hit by it, and then it sends you away, and then he could teleport on you or where you land, which I think is really good.
yeah, I feel like it's a good anti-zoning tool, and zoning is very powerful in this game.
Yeah,
So I feel like yeah, I think he's good and good. I think he's good and good, but I think he could end up in struggle
yeah.
for sure. It's just hard because I feel like between 1v1s and 2v2s is very
It's like
different for
night and
that.
day, low key. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Rick. Like it's just way different. Yeah, we
So
can throw him in good.
yeah. So Joker, I think he's good, but I don't think he's dominating. I know a lot of tier lists have him at dominating. A lot of tier lists have him above Harley. I just don't see it. I don't see the combo potential. I do see he has a lot of utility, but I just don't see a place where some of the special moves he has go well. I just think they don't do as much damage as they should. I feel like maybe when they were creating the character, they were trying to be cautious and not make him too busted, or maybe I just haven't explored
Really?
him. But I just feel like he's a really good, honest character. Like he's not broken and he's not bad. Like he's just honest. Like he plays multiverses good.
Have you fought any one-on-ones with any Jokers
No,
online yet?
I played like some, but I haven't played a
Yeah, I
lot.
faced one that was pretty good. So here's my take on Joker, right? For me, I would put him at the bottom of dominating only because, so for one, like when I was fighting him, I was like smiling. I'm like, oh shit, like this is different. Like I can tell that I feel like they tried to make him strong. I'm not gonna lie. It was some of the things like the balloon setup and
Yeah,
cards,
that's
just
pretty good. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh man, like I'm like running into like fucking weird jokey shit, but like it's seeming like okay. And then the thing about it is, I'm seeing so many of the best players playing him. Like everybody's
Yeah.
putting him in their prime. Like I'm
Yeah.
seeing, especially Bugsby, which I feel like is probably going to be the number one player in this game right now. Like I just watched him in the H box tournament, and he was going crazy
Yeah, I
with
heard
Joker.
about that.
Like,
I heard about that.
he needs so many Jokers, which is why I would put him on dominating because he's a very popular pick right now in singles and in doubles.
Yeah, that's
And then
fair.
playing against him that one time, I saw some potential as opposed to like a Gizmo, where people are saying he's good, but I'm fighting Gizmos. I'm like, man, this is old Gizmo was better in my opinion.
Right, right. I definitely think. Would you put him above Bugs or below Bugs, or even above Black Adam, or right
Yeah, I
near
put him
Harley?
right there.
Right here, yeah. I think
Right.
that's fair. I don't think he's
But
better than
put him
Harley.
above. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I think that it's possible. I
Yeah,
definitely think it's
like
possible.
down the
Characters
line.
seem yeah.
Depending on like,
But
because if he rises up the ranks too fast, he's gonna get slapped with a nerf. So if it's like slow and steady, and he just ages well, like through time, I can see him like rising the tier list. But I also feel like he could get slapped with a nerf, and then it could all be over, or he could get buffed. Who knows?
nah, yeah, and I think that he could also get figured out throughout time. So he could drop to good or even struggle. Maybe not struggles, but probably even good.
Yeah,
But he's the type of character where his side air is really good. So I was watching Bugsy, like when he got them without meter, it
yeah,
was just done. Like when you couldn't dodge out, his side air just covered so much, it goes so far, and it has so much knockback. It's bonk, bonk,
yeah,
and like it hits you in a weird way. It kind of knocks you up in front of him. It doesn't really. It leaves you there so he can keep pressing his advantage state. There's a lot of weird tools.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's
next we
something
got
there.
a. All right. So we got a lot of characters, and I looked at the recording. We just hit 30 minutes, so we're gonna have to like not speed run, but just be very brief, especially because these
Gotcha,
characters,
gotcha.
there's only like a
I seen
handful
that
left.
coming off rip. We spent
Yeah,
mad long on it. It's
yeah.
all good.
Nah, nah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough that much about LeBron, but I know that he's probably going to be put in struggles. He could end up going to good. He's
Mhm.
not as good without basketball. Before, he used to be a really good character without basketball, and he was able to pull basketball at will,
Yeah.
ball loops, very powerful, heavy. His movement, oh my God, his movement was so good. And
Movement
his
was
slam dunk,
crazy. Yeah.
that slam dunk was broken. It was so hard to, like, I've watched people in local tournaments just go crazy with LeBron. So I
Yeah.
would put him in struggles right now. You could hot take it and put him in good just because he's one of those characters where when people figure out how to use his offense, we've seen it before, it's powerful.
I
Scary.
think I would put him right after Arya, just because I think Arya has a little bit more potential, and she's a little bit more consistent than him. Well, I would say a lot
Mm.
more consistent. Just cause the fact that LeBron has to kind of maintain his balls, pause, like if he doesn't have
He
a
does.
basketball, like he's kind of chalked, you know, like
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
talked
really
very nice
have
about her.
anything to defend himself. So I feel like that's why
I'll probably put Finn above him. I put him below Finn.
below Finn. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair
because
because Finn has the
Finn
combos.
can, he
Yeah,
has the combo certain matchups. He's going to dog you in certain matchups.
yeah.
That's the thing about him. He's still base, his base is good.
So from Marvin, I would put him like I want to put him low good because I play him and I see the potential there, but I just feel like he doesn't really have anything to defend himself. Like in singles, like you can auto and then kind of run away and then use your utility to kind of rack up damage and then go for a kill. But I just feel like he just doesn't have anything to defend himself. Like his neutral special, like the bubble, it's like it doesn't like when you have a character like Rick you can shoot out the laser at will, and it just does a lot of knockback. I just feel like that little bubble isn't really gonna do much. You have to rely a lot on the auto and then utility. Like you have to go in and then get out. You have to kind of play that game with him.
Yeah, in singles, he's probably definitely going to be a struggling character. I just don't see him able to box you out and set up as well.
Yeah.
But in doubles, like that rocket is ridiculous. Yeah,
Yes.
it's so
It's
hard.
so
Like,
sneaky.
say you're fighting against like a Steven and a Martian. It's
Mhm.
so much on the map to try to keep track of, to where it's gonna be nearly impossible not to get hit by these missiles that are sending you. Like his zoning is really good, but yeah, I feel like he hasn't been explored enough. But that missile, like he's a noob killer for sure. In
Yeah,
two
for
v
sure.
twos,
Noob
he's
killer
a
for
noob
sure.
killer with
Yeah.
that UFO setup. And then
Yeah.
just his base zoning, because he can aim his I think his neutral special. He can aim it everywhere,
His up
omnidirectionally.
air, like you could kind of aim it.
Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep,
that's
yep. It's
really
up
good.
there. But
Um,
yeah, I put him in good. Put him in
What do
good
you think
for sure.
about Morty? I haven't played too many Mortys, but with his bombs and his just map pressure, I think he's really good. I think he's really good at what he does. I think he's definitely better than Marvin. I just don't think he thrives in the sense where like if he gets double teamed, like I don't think he can stall. Like you know that split moment where your teammate gets sent out and you kind of have to like do like a little 1v2 for the time being or like defend yourself
Mm-hmm.
or like when you're trying to preserve a stock for your teammates cuz Morty is like a support character. So you have to preserve your stock. You have to like play your life. Can't really take too much damage and you can't play vertical too much. You have to like stay grounded and just support your teammate. So I think he's just mainly support, maybe like 80% support, 20% slay. That's just my take from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I would agree with you because Morty, like his fastest move is gonna be his jab. Other than that, he's not best at keeping you off of him. He's good at keeping you out, but he's not good at getting you off him. He
Right.
ended up being the number one twos character. Like he ended up being in the he ended up being really good in
Yeah.
twos because of his ability to just his setups are so strong. Like they'll kill you. Like if you get
Yeah.
hit by a snake into down air or like his up air is so strong. Like when Morty, his juggle potential is powerful, but
Yeah.
at the same time, yeah, he's nothing too crazy. So
Mhm.
I would definitely put him in good, but he's going to like Morty, just like before. I'm sure over time he's gonna go up higher,
For
higher,
sure.
higher, higher. People just gotta figure him out.
For sure. Have you seen a lot of rain dogs? I haven't seen
I
this
haven't
character at all. I've
seen a
seen
lot
him
of
like once.
heard that Reindog is solid, and I wouldn't be surprised because they wouldn't be looking to nerf him too much
Yeah.
because he wasn't necessarily a dominant character.
He was just a
There
good
was
duos character.
one dude, yeah, but there was one dude who was actually consistently placing top 8 with him in singles. and I heard that he's still retained a lot of his stuff, so he's probably good for real. He's probably good.
Okay.
Nobody really wants to play Reindog, but when they do, he's very much up there.
Would you put him above these two? Just because of the duos
Yeah,
aspect?
I put him above Marvin, but probably not. Probably
Not
not.
Morty? Yeah, because Morty has more firepower. I feel like he's just a
Yeah,
support.
he's
So
base attribute.
yeah. So Rick, I think Rick struggles. I'm gonna just say it off the rip. Just cause he was good when he first dropped, and then they nerfed him because he was damn near broken. But then when they released him, they kind of put him in the middle between broken and like bad, but on the lower side. I think he struggles because he's really slow. I think he gets beat up if you don't know what you're doing. Um, and just his attacks. Like if you try to play your neutral game and then go in on someone, if you're not fast enough, you're gonna get smacked against like a Batman. They're just gonna play circles around you. You don't have the best options in the air, so I think he kind of gets countered a lot. Like a lot of characters have better tools than him, and that's kind of where he suffers. That's what I think.
Yeah, I feel like the mechanic changes hurt him very badly.
Yeah,
Honestly, I feel like his inability to move around with infinite dash jumps and that pelvic thrust, his side air was a pest to deal with. He
yeah,
didn't need to. He didn't need to get off me. That was his get off me. But it was like his get off me was the movement, his ability to go all over the screen at all times, be on the farthest way he could be, and then just dash jump, pelvic thrust you from across the map, and then it's fully charged. It just max
right.
you. So you're worried about that. Now he's setting up without the movement and that move being as powerful and having as much of a hitbox is definitely going to put him down. I think that they want him to be more of a sport character like Morty, honestly.
Yeah,
They don't want him to be as much of a get in your face. But that boy Behans, I don't know if you remember Behans. He was like
yeah,
the
yeah,
best Rick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%. Curious to see what he's going to come up with if he's still playing him. If he dropped him, then we know that Rick dropped the tier list.
For sure. The Shaggy man, I honestly think he's dominating. You play him, you have that. He has some tech with him that I think is really solid and puts him up there. Um, but what do you think as far as like Shaggy from
I
then
mean,
to now?
Shaggy, he just has some really brain dead broken things. So where it's like the dev Tony, like he clearly, obviously, that's his favorite character. He has the loop is good, but it doesn't work on everybody, and you do have to read the eye. It's not technically
It's
infinite
not
like they
true,
will.
yeah.
Yeah, they fall out of it at around some characters at 50, some characters higher at 80. But the way he can charge up Hangry Man, cutting charge time in half, giving it armor, killing so early, so much knockback. Everything has so much knockback. His movement speed, his dash speed, his distance, like his base fundamentals, he's a god compared to all the other characters. Like
Right,
everything is really good. His jab range isn't the best, but his dash jab goes like a quarter of the screen. It's crazy. So
right, right.
Shaggy can literally demolish half of the tier list doing the same things that they do, only his stuff is just that much more powerful. Like if I pull out a side air, it's killing you, and it will go so far and it lingers for so long. So where even if it misses you, I can directionally and it can still hit you. Like he's just broken. So I would put probably below Harley though, because at the end of the day, he's just using his hands. He
Yeah,
does have the sandwich thing, but I've seen Shaggy struggle and get outplayed by these characters. He's not like Iron Giant level broken. So
yeah,
yeah, I put him right below Harley. Sure, he's definitely better than Joker, Black Adam. I don't know
yeah.
about Bugs. I
Mm,
think Bugs should be above him, and all those other characters definitely.
right, yeah. This feels
Yeah,
a little bit more safe just because he has zoning. Bugs has zoning, and I
he has
think that
zoning,
that
and
takes
he
a
has
lot
good.
away from Shaggy in
Yeah,
a matchup.
with them little hands that come at you,
Yeah,
annoying. And then that right into neutral air, into down air, into like a little loop.
it's over. So next,
Even
we got Steven, man. This is my guy here. My second. I used to have a secondary. It was Rick. But then I dropped him because of the nerfs. I'm not trying to deal with it. I just want the next big thing. I think that Steven Universe. I think he's busted. Low key. I think he's the only character in this game with a real shield, like a smash like shield. It gives you incentive to not only use that, but if you go for a parry and you miss it, worst case scenario, you just get hit while you're guarded. So it's like there's no point to not go for parry. Like, there's no point at all. And on top of that, in duos, your teammate gets a shield while they're charging an attack. That's busted. His shields are really good, especially if you have the signature perk where they get knocked back more from the shield. His bubble's really good. They fixed his clone. His clone is low key a third teammate. Like he's a third teammate.
Quinn, pull up. Listen, hold on.
Twizzy pull up.
Quinn comes crazy. Like,
Yeah.
listen, I played a lot of the beta. I played a lot of Steve, and he was one of my problem characters before, but now it is worse.
Yeah,
It is
he's a
worse
problem.
now because of his power. Like, so he still retained his movement. That was the thing. He doesn't need to dash jump to go across the whole stage. He can just dash and double jump and then hold himself and have all these different momentum mix ups.
Yep.
Yeah, disjoints with the shield. The shield is extremely disjointed. It's very hard to space it out because it's not there. It's not like he's holding the shield. It just comes out of nowhere.
Right.
And it's right in front of you, and it's a whole hitbox, and it's like it's disjointed. But yeah, Twizzy pulls up like he's now
he saved me a lot. Like
before he was just like stupid. He would just walk around and walk back and forth like an idiot. Now he's locked on you. He's locked on. He's gonna run up to you, and it's randomized when he's gonna attack. He could have hit you immediately. Bow, break you out of combos, weird setups. Like it was so many times yesterday when we were playing, I got put in a disadvantage state that ended up with me getting spiked or dying, all because me hitting jab, jab, hit. You knock me to the other side and I get killed. I'm like, oh my gosh, like
he's overall very fun to play. Enough about Steven. I don't want to get him gutted. Stripe, man, I feel like Stripe. We could just put him here and move on to Superman, bro. Like he just needs work. I don't think Stripe's that good at all, to be honest. I don't think he was ever really that good.
On release, I feel like he was annoying as hell with the ability to just gunshot you after every hit.
That was OD. But like when you get like a sense of like if you're, because I feel like a Stripe is only gonna use it when you're in danger or to extend a combo. So
yeah, like, Stripe has good combos. I fought a bunch of Stripes. He has good combos. Like if you're at like 80, he can combo you and kill you with a couple good strings. But like his side air being like the movement buff and like the decreased speed and the lag on the move afterwards. He's the type of character where you kind of just bait him out like Rick. Like you just bait out the side air. That's gonna be his only tool in aerially. Like and without the movement, it's not as powerful. So yeah, I put him in struggles and needs work for sure.
I'll put well, the thing is if we hold on, I'm trying to think. If I put him above Jake, that means he needs less work. So no, he needs more work than Jake.
Yeah.
Superman, I think he's good. I think he's a better Jason. I think, but I feel like he's better than Jason just because of the fact that he has armored moves. I think that's really saving him, and he has more mobility. He can fly around.
This is the type of armored moves are very good, especially air armored normals. It kind of forces your opponent to have to pick perks to work around that.
Yes, so you have to pick perks to work around Superman, but once you do, it's low key like a walk in the park. Superman is combo food. That's why they gave him the armor and his moves because he gets comboed. And Superman is designed to take a beating. I feel like you have to take trades as Superman. Like you cannot go in and come out unscathed as Superman because that's how they made him. They made him like that on purpose. I feel like.
And then as long as that's the thing. Like if your combos aren't on point, then he's gonna armor out of them. And if you're at the top of the screen or off to the side, when he armors out, he's gonna grab you with that air grab, and he's just gonna toss you. That right there is a very powerful tool, man. Just having the tool, the ability to just grab your opponent and throw them with a base knockback, where if they're too high at any percentage, they're gonna die. I think that's very powerful. But yeah, he's combo food. I don't really know how much dirt he really has. He seems like a really basic character who can get killed by those people at the top. I'm looking at the people at the top, and I'm just thinking like his speed and his size is not gonna compete with the top 5 right there, or 6.
I'm gonna make this quick adjustment real quick because I don't think Banana King is really up there like that.
Yeah, I put him. That's good. That's good.
So Taz, I think Taz is good, but I also feel like
I think he needs work.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's in a weird range between like he's good, but then he needs work. So
Because how
I think
do
we'll
you get
put
in
he
now?
needs work. Yeah, cause exactly he can't really get in, but once he get in, he is annoying. Like Tornado is still annoying, has hella priority, but I do feel like he struggles in killing. I
We
feel like
need Apple. Like he can't before the way he could tornado into Apple into bite. It was a lot crazier before. Without that
yeah, hundred
Apple,
percent.
to get in with that, I definitely feel like yeah he needs work because like a good disjoint like Harley, Joker, like you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
You can't try that spinning stuff. Like it's mad laggy after mad startup. You don't really move as much. Like you're just a sitting duck.
And then we got Tom and Jerry. I feel like he got nerfed, but I also feel like if you're nice, you can pull it off with him. I think right here would be good.
Yeah, ping pong paddle is annoying.
Yeah,
That little loopy
definitely
catch.
is
But I
freaking
feel
annoying.
like he has more movement speed in that now. I think that got buffed because it
Yeah.
has a lot more backwards hitbox.
Mhm.
And then when he's in it, it seems like he moves a lot faster. When he can really run around while he's ping
Yeah.
ponging or paddling Jerry.
Yeah, and when
He's
the
good.
thing
I was
is,
watching Void play.
yeah, Void is nice.
Yeah, I was
Um,
watching Void play. He was like doing a lot of broken setups with him. That were looking really
Definitely.
cheesy.
Like you have to be nice. He's like, what character were we talking about that they have good set? Like a LeBron, but like better. Like you kind of have to know what you're doing, or like Arya, you kind of got to know what you're doing, kind of set things up, and then you can really thrive. But you would need a good teammate to kind of buy you time, or just know when to set up. Cause setup characters, like if you get caught while trying to set up, you're chalked. Like it's over. Or if you don't get the
Yeah,
opportunity to set up, it's no good.
I think he's good, possibly dominating in twos, maybe not dominating. That might be a little too hot of a take. And then in ones, he's definitely like good or struggles.
Yeah, for sure. I think
Oh man, we got
I'm gonna put Jason right here because I just keep looking at him like I don't think he's up there. Like, because the thing is, these two characters like in duos, they just thrive more than Jason. They bring more to the table. I feel like.
They really do.
Um,
Honestly, in terms of twos, all those characters bring. Well, I mean, maybe not. No.
yeah.
I'm,
Um, Wonder Woman,
you
man.
got 90
Wonder Woman, she's really good and
I would put,
annoying.
yeah, I would put her up right above Shaggy. I put her right above
What about
Shaggy.
Shaggy? Yeah, because
Yeah,
she
I
has
think that's
armor. She has a lot of priority on her up smash. You can't really contest her up special. It's a shield, just like Stevens. Um, and she's hard to
she
kill
has
and
a
does
big
damage.
like
Huh?
yeah, she's swimming in armor. Yeah, she has the standing shield too, like Steven,
Yep.
where after it absorbs that she gets 100% kill confirms off her down attack.
Right.
She charges it up. But yeah, her neutral layer, like she's another character that retained really good movement. She can swim and just fly across the screen with neutral layers, and then when
Right.
they hit you, it automatically links in the dash attack. Her Sayer, her side air, oh my god! So they buffed it in terms of knockback.
Yeah.
So it used to be a good combo tool to where she would just be dash side airing you left and right.
Mhm.
Now it's a move where it kills you and it reaches really far behind her. There was a couple times where I'm like behind her and the side air is hitting me, so I'm like, oh man, it's killing me too. So all that armor, all that movement, all that she has zoning, really good zoning with the whip, really good kill power. So yeah,
Right.
she's arguably people are arguing her for top one. So I'll maybe even put her above Bugs.
I'm not mad at that because I agree. Um, sheesh. Last. What do you? Yo, I think Velma, bruh, Velma. Wow, it put her there automatically. I think Velma, like, low key needs work. Like, she was just so good, bro, that the devs were like, nah, we're not doing this again. Like, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, nobody wants to fight Velma
Yeah.
when she's like bouncing.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. She was annoying to fight in 1v1s. Definitely, it was a lot of zoning. You had to figure out how to get around, but like I don't know. I might pick up Velma just to kind of see
Let's
the
just see what
potential.
it's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like she seems fun at least. She seems like a fun character to play. But yeah,
I think
she needs work.
yeah, yeah, for
What can
sure.
she really do right now? Like
She'll be the best out of the needing work crew.
that's what I'm saying. Even all those characters above Finn, Arya, LeBron, Rick, and like Garnet, who's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Garnet might be the only one who you feel like, but all those characters they have stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Those bottom ones, they don't really got shit. I'm looking at them, I'm like, ew, Taz and those characters can't
Yeah,
really do anything.
for sure. I'm not too mad. I really like this tier list. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's really solid. Um, and I'm not mad at it.
Nah, it definitely looks good. It looks like it's a good day five tier list because there's a lot of things up for debate. Like if we're looking at the top one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, maybe even eight, maybe
Yeah,
even nine. Like the whole entire top can get flipped around. Everybody right now is debating: is it Wonder Woman? Is it Harley? Is it Steven? Is
yeah.
it Shag?
Like
Is it
it's all
Bugs?
changing every day.
And then we have Iron Giant. Like he's just
Yeah,
like he
dogging.
needs to get fixed. So, I think that this is a really good tier list for sure. I'm looking at Finn right now. I want to put him in good. I want to put him in good, but I'm gonna keep him in struggles just because of the lack of kill power and weight. His tools are good, but those two things right there just fundamentally not it.
Yeah, so that's it for the tier list, man.